So one of the traps that I fell into, and a trap I see amongst many spiritual seekers, is that once awareness is recognised, there's an idea that there should be no more unconscious patterns, no more desires, that's the end of it. And in my experience, that wasn't true. Could you speak about this?
Yes. So I'm aware of that. This is the fairy tale around what people call awakening. But when we understand how consciousness functions, it can never be like you're described. And because the seeking dynamic has an interesting aspect that most of the people are not completely conscious of. So in this dynamic of seeking, what people are actually doing, even if they're not conscious of, they're trying to get rid of unpleasant experiences. So the seeking, even if they go to therapies or meditate or use Advaita teachings or any other teaching as a method, it is mostly unconsciously driven of trying to get rid of things they don't like about themselves or experiences in the nervous system that are discomfortable and getting more pleasant experiences. So it is caught up in a game of not wanting this and wanting a lot of this. That energy, that dynamic of seeking, what it actually does, it pushes down experiences that we don't like to experience into the unconscious without even being aware of. It's just the dynamic of this pushes it down. So in the moment of recognition, what is happening is that the attention that is habitually focused on our experience, trying to solve the experience, shifts in 180 degrees back to awareness itself, and in a way the attention moves out of the way. We're becoming aware of awareness as the only reality in which the entire universe shows up as manifestation, and in that moment of recognition the attention pulls back and clears the way that everything that has been hidden in the unconscious shows up in one instant. So it's like you lift up the cover and it all shows up. So every unconscious pattern that we never wanted to experience while we were seeking must show up after that recognition. It cannot stay hidden anymore, because the seeking dynamic, that avoiding dynamic, that not wanting to experience this and that dynamic starts to withdraw from the patterns, and in that moment the patterns become visible to us. That's why most serious masters and teachers always said after the awakening there's a quite long-lasting integration process happening. In former times, people who have realized that recognition, that clarity about who they are, they have been invited to stay with their teachers for 12 years before they start to open their mouth and speak about it. It's not so common these days. But what was the background is that it needs that time to let the patterns show up and let themselves be integrated into the nervous system so that they can find peace. And this is what most people don't expect. So even after recognition, many people, when patterns still show up, they're getting confused because they think, well, that it wasn't awakening or it wasn't the absolute realization. But that's not true. It must happen, and I encourage people when that recognition has happened, and it has happened with thousands of people all around the world, not only with me, but with other teachers too. Yet the confusion shows up when the unconscious becomes conscious. But that's actually what it's all about, isn't it? That everything that has troubled us, everything that has been causing difficulties in our life, finally can come to peace. So that the true value of being awareness can manifest itself in a living form, so that we can live as awareness in our daily lives, which is, in my perspective, actually very ordinary.
It's very nice to hear. Thank you.